seems like a long time. It's March 16th, 2026. Got a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Vote.
Yes.
Yes. Next would be public comment period. First, Franklin County Sheriff.
Thanks for having me. Chief, real quick, I think we're planning to look at enforcement with you guys, WP, and possibly for some side.
Correct.
Other than that, what I work on this office.
What about you? What sports are we in?
Oh, you name it, great. One of the,
Yeah.
yeah, the oldest two are both running track, and then one of those is also playing travel soccer. 6-year-old is coaching rec team and stuff.
Okay, we
So,
gotta keep you busy.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. Maybe looking for some volunteer opportunities for coaching and stuff.
There you go.
We did our part. Yeah, thank you.
It's the seminary look a little better than.
Every day.
Kind of go in a different order here. Were anything from Worthington Hills?
No report.
Epcot Rebella.
I think it's already, the road department's already taken care of it, so nothing.
Brookside.
I want to speak for you, but I think we had a couple questions that we wanted to cover here. First, there was a question about the posting of the video recordings of the minutes. Is Faith or someone doing that
Just
now?
making that over.
Faith is not here.
We are posting the minutes.
I'm sorry, the video is what I'm trying to say.
We are no longer going to post the video. Simply because the minutes are already posted. And I think that the bigger issue is somehow Luke had a link to something in his personal account that allowed him to go to YouTube. And we are struggling right now to figure that out.
I can probably help you with that.
Yeah, we can fix that.
We need to get back to that.
And then we
The
can.
posting the
I
video,
thought when we said we were posting video, like when we talked about that last meeting, it was, hey, are we posting video or not? And we said no, for transparency purposes, we're gonna continue posting videos and not just the minutes. So
I will work with Amanda and we'll figure this out. And if you know something about, again,
Meeting with Amanda and.
okay. Yeah, if you can, if we can figure out the how to get this link, because it's missing.
yeah, we just have to post to the YouTube, to our township, and we should have one. So we just got to find that link and.
I don't think that we have a YouTube.
We should,
But we can get
we
one.
do,
We can-
because I'm subscribed. To it.
Andy is our IT guy. He can make it.
Okay.
Okay,
The second thing, and if you don't mind me jumping this, so then they can step out and before executive session. The second was under the township administrator, a status on the traffic calming measures. And specifically, I had asked if we could get an update on, the plan to review those proposals with the Franklin County engineer.
Okay, so I asked if John needed to be here. So,
Oh, I didn't see that.
no, I didn't put it out. I'm sorry. I asked someone and I don't know what the answer was, and I didn't get an indication that he needed to be here.
I don't
So-
know that he does, but just
okay.
purely where it is. with-
What I can do is I can reach out to John tomorrow and get maybe a status update in writing, that we can share, and communicate with people so that we're on the same page in regards to what is the next step, what's happening forward.
Well,
2 or 3.
can I back up a little bit here? John's not going to be able to give us that information. He has provided us the options that are available to us.
Yes,
I think Michelle is saying, have we had communication with Franklin County Engineer's office?
as to which option.
Right, so the next.
No, as to what options they're agreeable to.
After John's review of that proposal with the board, the next action was determined to be a review with Franklin County Engineering so that we weren't presenting options that the county would not support.
Well, I just totally dropped that ball. So, okay, okay. But I'm gonna need John to communicate that to the county engineer's office. Here's the
Yeah.
options that I was presented to the board,
Yeah.
blah, 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 all the good and all the bad. What are you finding in your acceptable column here?
Right.
So we can narrow
so
down.
that we Don't. make
Try to go for something they won't
something
even
that they
accept.
Vehemently will not.
Got it. Okay. I'll start on that tomorrow. My apologies.
And then were there other ones? On the 161 project.
Sure, the 161 project is being reviewed. I was just looking at some new plans currently. This is only the Linworth intersection is the phase that we're talking about. That was an agreement between us and the city of Worthington some time ago that would be the first phase. And there is now some discussion about the percentage of payment, because we went in with the Franklin County Engineer's Office to pay for 10% of that particular project as far as the local cost share. Costs have gone up significantly, obviously, since that time. We're still committed. The board is still committed within reason to be a funding partner. The question is, what is that reasonable funding level now? And how much is the county engineer willing to pay for those additional costs? So it's an ongoing conversation. The city of Worthington has a position. Everybody was supposed to do a percentage. City of Worthington City Council came back and said, no, we don't want to do a percentage. We only want to do by linear foot our right of way, which is most likely less, because I've asked for, okay, tell me the linear foot of right of way for each of the funding partners. So I can kind of compare it to what everybody committed to originally. And then before we move forward. So there's some ongoing discussion about the cost, the local cost share, about who's paying for what and how much they're paying for. So, and that has to all come into terms before we start pursuing the other money that we have to pursue, which is a combination of federal money and public works money, a variety of other things. So it's a long process. That's just for the it's basically just as you cross on the west side, just as you cross the railroad tracks, okay, and then go east before you get to 315, and it's north and south on Linworth. So, but it is the intersection, and there's some questions about how much right of way everybody has. So there's just still a lot of question marks out
That's
there.
the next phase. I mean,
It's
not.
yeah. Right now we're arguing over money for the local share. We're the smallest entity in this whole bunch. Okay. I do not. In fact, but I was with the city of Columbus. I should have asked them. That was not why I was there. We can try to find out. I'll reach out to Director Stevens tomorrow. He'll have to. Okay. We'll try to find out. It's in three different departments actually, with the city of Columbus. So there's probably a lot of discussions about services, traffic, zoning still, and economic development. So 4. And Columbus is a big entity, so they don't always talk to each other, but we will get them to talk and see where it is. So I'll get you a written update, which she will get to you. Okay.
Jim, I know that the intent is to move straight to executive session, and some of these items are on the list, so appreciate the patience. Is there anything else you need on this topic? Okay.
Okay, I make a motion that we enter into executive session pursuant to section 121.22 G8 of the Ohio Revised Code to consider confidential information related to the marketing plan, specific business strategy, production techniques, trade secrets, and personal financial statements of an applicant for economic development assistance, or to negotiate with other political subdivisions respecting the request for economic development assistance, provided that both the following conditions apply. The information is directly related to the request for economic development assistance that is to be provided or administered under any provisions for sections 5709.73 to 5709.75 of the Ohio Revised Code, and the unanimous quorum of the public body determined by roll call vote that the executive session is necessary to protect the interest of the applicant or the possible investment or expenditure of public funds to be made in connection with the economic development project.
Mr. Roper,
Yes.
Mr. English.
Yes.
Mr. Janey.
Yeah,
That should be regular agenda, nothing under zoning, I think it's still,
Nothing under zoning.
road department.
Road department, I need a motion to declare some radio and low voltage connectors, economic components, an 8mm projector, broken skill concrete saw, and a 16-inch tire and wheel obsolete.
so moved.
Second,
Vote,
yes.
yes.
I need a motion to approve street sweeping 2 times a year in 2026 and additional sweeping after the 4th of July parade at a cost not to exceed $4,000.
So moved.
Second, vote,
Yes.
yes.
I need a motion to approve repairs to truck number 5 in the amount of $10,333.61. Let's, if we can we just say not to exceed $11,000?
So moved.
Second,
Vote,
yes.
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 Okay,
We just need a motion to put stuff like on drug deals, but.
Right, but-
Destroying, we need a resolution, right?
well, things that are furniture and things that like that, we need a resolution, which you have in front of you for the chairs. Electrical components, we can just throw those away or sell them. Under police,
That's good.
I need a resolution to authorize the discarding of 10 conference table chairs.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Vote,
yes.
yes.
And then I need a motion to appoint Brian Newsom as a unpaid reserve police officer. Brian's a 33-year retired veteran of the Columbus Police Department.
That motion.
Second.
Vote,
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Under administrator, boy, this guy's a pain. This administrator.
I can't stop.
We have established new TIF boards, dear God help me, new zoning appeals boards and a zoning commission. I need you guys to approve those boards for me for 2026. On the Board of Zoning Appeals, those members would be Thomas Francis, Joe Huffman, Jim Kent, Bud Porter, Ernie Hartog, and Brian Still as an alternate.
So moved.
I need a motion to approve those.
Vote,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
I need a motion to appoint Megan Genmeyer, I can't ever say her name right, but as the secretary. Okay, and then our zoning commission. I need a motion to approve Gary Collins, Jerome Scott, Carolyn Mangus, and Christina O'Keefe as members of that board. Okay. Fine, this one and this one. Now I need to have discussion. Our zoning board and our BZA get paid $35 for every meeting they have. They've been paid $35 since 2002.
What's the maximum allowed?
I don't know the answer to that. It's a good question. But I would suggest that we consider, and I will find that out for you. I don't need a motion right now,
Okay.
but I think that we need to consider giving them a little bit of a raise. There's a lot of time that goes into prepping for these meetings. And the other thing is, and I had this conversation with Mr. Francis. They get $35 a day. But some days they have 2 to 3 hearings. So, and they're putting anywhere from 2 to 3 hours per hearing, going through documents and preparing for that hearing. I think it's kind of an injustice paying for a day. We should be paying them by hearing as opposed to by meeting or by date. Does that make sense? What I'm saying there?
Benchmarks in terms of what other townships are paying them. Unless you already know that.
I don't know that, Michelle. I didn't look into it. I can't imagine anybody's paying anybody $35 for a day.
I'm not arguing.
No, but I will check. I didn't think to do that.
I just did a quick check. Case of 2002, and that was recent. My computer here says, inflation's gone up like 82% since then. So if you apply that to the 35, you pay them, you want to round up to the nearest $65 an hour. It's not gonna make.
Well, I don't know that we. It's
I'm
not.
sorry, not an hour, $65
A case.
Case.
Yeah. Now, Thomas told me, and he wanted the board to be very aware of this. They're not asking for more money. Nobody's bitching about what they're getting paid. I just think from a fairness perspective, we probably ought to give them a little bump somewhere. And I will check out. I will make some calls. I'll call Pat over at Genoa or at Blendon.
I mean, I honestly don't know what other townships do because, to be honest with you, there's only 8 of the 17 townships that have zoning. So I can tell you which ones have zoning, and they'll have zoning boards.
Okay, if you can give me that list.
Yeah. But I would also say some of the cases are 10 minutes long.
Some are, and some are,
Yeah.
And some are not.
some are 2 hours long.
Right.
You know, some are days long, much like the netting at Brookside. Those guys got $35 to hear that case.
Jim, it's like, let's up them, but you know,
Yeah.
you go by case or do you go by, so what I would say is if we're gonna go by case, then you say it's, we leave it at 35 and you get 35 per case.
35 per case.
Okay,
If you wanna keep it as a flat rate, then you just say it's 65 and you hear as many cases as you can get to 65.
Yeah, I mean, and
do I have 70? Do I have 70 for 4 cases?
do we anticipate having an increase in case numbers of some of these other, like,
Well, we're certainly gonna have an increase in the zoning commission.
Yeah.
The BZA is,
PCA will, because, well, I don't know, it just depends on some of these communities, if they come back and somebody wants to add on whatever,
the BZA is more really gonna be affected by our existing communities than the new builds, but the zoning commission is going to be directly impacted by the new builds that are going on.
Yeah, and those will.
Because those are all gonna be PUDs.
They're gonna have to approve the PUD, they're gonna have to make recommendation, they will
Yeah,
have a lot more.
Put this into like an application fee of some sort.
I think you pay it by case, just.
you mean for the developer?
PUD.
Yeah,
I think we gotta look and see what's out there. Yeah,
or 65 today is the same as 35 in 2002.
very good. I will look into that. Just for your knowledge, I have Shredded Day scheduled for October 24th. It'll start at 9 o'clock this year. It'll start in the hills. Last year, we started at Brookside, so we'll alternate starting locations. As of today, I have 0 applicants for high school interns.
What's the deadline?
24th.
These kids did.
These kids.
And then finally, elected public officials are mandated to do public record training. I am going to host a class here, hold a class here. I'm going to actually hire Steuben Roush or his firm to do this training, because when I spoke to him and a half, 2 weeks ago, he said in the last 2 years, there have been significant changes to the Ohio public records laws. Probably worth doing an update. So my question to you guys, because you're all mandated to do that training. I don't know if you knew that. Do you want to do it in person? Do you want to be a part of that class, or do you want to do it virtually? Otarma offers a virtual class that you guys can do.
I did the virtual class.
Yeah, I did virtual before.
Yeah. It's up to you. I mean, I will tell you that sitting through the actual class with the instructors, I think is much better. I did the Otarma last year too. The guys that do the training here are very good. What's Weaver?
Weaver, he does a good job.
Yeah, well, that's who Steuben Rouse works for.
Yeah. Okay.
But one of those two will do the training, and if you guys want to be a part of it, just let me know. I mean, they're going to be here, so whether we do one or we do 50 people here, I think the cost.
Just let us know when you schedule it.
Oh, my God.
Everything
He
bagels.
can't go anywhere unless he's getting a little snack bag. Can you just let us know when you schedule it and then?
Yeah, I'll reach out and get when they're available, and then I'll reach out to you guys. But I just want to let you know, you have an option. You can do in person or you can do virtual.
Like a certificate.
We can make you one. You know, we have been trained in Chat GPT now. We can make a lot of stuff. Did I tell you what they did this AI training that we did here? Reardon did it up at Liberty.
Yeah.
And the guy that did that training took a clip of Jim Reardon that was on the news, took his voice, and then made a video of him using that clip, giving this speech, you know, and his guys were like, can you teach us to do that? Sure. So now all his troops know how to make like a live video of Jim Reardon using, saying whatever it is they want him to say.
Yeah, it's,
That AI stuff is scary, scary stuff if it's used wrong. But anyway, and that's all I have.
did you have something on the IGS energy?
Oh, I did. You saw it right there and I went right over it. We just signed a new 2-year contract with IGS for our electric costs. Obviously electric's going crazy. We're kind of locked into a rate, but if rates fall, we have the right to open and renegotiate to go down, but we won't go back up. And I have them also looking at our gas, see if they can help us out with our gas costs. She really suggested that we look at, and they call it a winter schedule, where we just lock in for the winter months as opposed to summer when your rates are way down. So, and that should be everything. I don't know how I went over 5. I'm not 8, 6, 7, and 8. But anyway, that's all I have, sir.
You done?
I'm done.
Fiscal officer.
What's the motion for approval of payroll and disbursements?
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Yeah. Adjourn.
Okay, technically, this yes.